So I'm going to start with a little bit of core work in the beginning. So you can use the block and that will help a little bit. Well, possibly help. So if you come onto your backs, I'm just going to mute everybody and put me onto the main screen. And bring yourself into what's called Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together and knees out wide. That's it. If you feel you want more support with the back of the head, you can have a blanket, or possibly if you've got cushions, they can go either side of your knees. We're not going to stay here for too long, but just a way just to begin by, as I often say, start by stopping. So let the body settle. You might have already just softened the gaze and closed your eyes. And you know what's really, as we're discussing, what's really helping me at this time, and I hope supporting you, is having this consistent practice. This really, you know, at the moment we're keeping the practices quite simple, working with steady, rhythmic, deep breathing. Really a great way to work with our stress response. But most importantly, it's about this showing up. So as you take these first few moments, just paying attention to what it feels like to show up. And then when lying down, there's not the need to kind of have to hold the body upright. So take a moment and really consciously see if you can find a way to drop down into a feeling of being supported. Begin to connect to your breath. And just feeling with each exhale, this real feeling of a clearing out. What is so important about this, as I say, consistency in our practices, we know as yogis that this is exactly a practice when we come to the mat. But the real yoga starts when we step off the mat in 75 minutes time, you know, when we step into our lives, and we can use these inner resources to stay calm, to learn to really feel in and be aware of the inner sensations of the body, the breath, that co-regulation of our systems and the nervous system. So taking some nice long, as I say, deep breaths, and really feeling the breath as you inhale down into the belly, down into the pelvis. And each exhale, gently drawing the navel towards the spine, as if you're kind of just feeling that emptying out, the quality that the exhale gives you. A couple more breaths like that. As if we're beginning our practice of kind of just emptying out everything else. Shut our door now mentally, whatever was going on before you stepped onto your mat. But this time you are here. And really setting that premise of our practice that we can't fill from a full cup. So this practice is first for ourselves. So we empty out all the clutter, all the mind stuff. And just beginning for this time on our mat to be right here, right now. Take one more full deep breath down into the belly, down into the pelvis. Long exhaling out the body, maybe even exhaling out the mouth. And then slowly bring the knees together. And if you have your block, you're going to place your block between your thighs. And that will just help to kind of feel as you squeeze the block, and you don't need to have the block. But even if you just have that feeling of squeezing the inner thighs together, you feel a slight draw up through the pelvic floor. And we're going to start to work with the dynamics of the core, really getting us into the body and centered and feeling strong. So arms can stay down by the side. And just notice here lying down. So my feet are flat, knees are fairly close to the body. There's a natural curvature in the lower back. Now we can gently see if you can press the lower back a little further down towards the mat, kind of feeling of spreading the back muscles. Shoulders stay relaxed, face stay relaxed, chin slightly tucked. I'm going to work first of all with the hip flexors, which are part of the core. So keeping the block, if you've got it between the legs, as you exhale, just going to pick the feet up. Don't need to be very high. But what you'll feel is your hip flexors engaging. The psoas muscle, which is part of that group of muscles, to join the front and the back of the body together. And keep trying to press the lower back down to the mat, so you're not overarching the back. Good. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhaling for 1. Exhale. Inhaling for 2. Trying to stay relaxed through the shoulders and the face. Exhale. Inhale, slowly press the feet down. Exhale and release. Good. We'll do the same again, so keep the block where it is. Take a full deep breath in. Exhaling navel to spine, pressing the lower back down and lift the feet up. So again, the feet don't need to be lifted up very high. We're going to bring the hands behind the head, interlace the fingers, and add on this kind of major core component up through the front of the body. So start to lift the chest up. Keep the elbows wide and bring the chin towards the chest. Good. Slow, steady, relax, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhaling 2. Good. Exhaling. Might start to feel a little bit of shaking. So you can give 1 more full deep breath in, relaxed and calm. And as you exhale, slowly press the feet back down and release the spine back down, feeling the weight, the back of the skull. Release the arms down by your side. Relax the lower back. Again, begin with the breath. Inhale down into the belly. And as you exhale again, navel towards the spine. Pick the feet up, so you've still got your block. Hopefully, if you're using your block, bring your hands forward, interlace your fingers, index finger and thumb, reach forward. So in steeple position. And again, try and lift your chest up. And let's work a little into the obliques. So bring your arms over to the left side of your legs. Nice steady breathing. Inhaling for 1, lift the chest up, chin tucked, exhale. Good. Inhaling for 2, stay with it. I know you're smiling. Exhale. Back through center. Inhale, take it over to the right. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhaling 2, lift the chest, starting to shake. Exhale. Good. Inhaling for 3. Exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Again, bring the feet flat and slowly release the spine back down. Bring the hands to the belly, tuck the chin. Take a deep, full breath in through the nose and exhale completely out the mouth. Good. Quality of emptying out. Starting to feel more centered and dynamic into the body. Again, draw the knees into the chest, one and then the other. You can move your block out the way now. Maybe make just small circles around the lower back. Just gently massaging around the sacrum area. And notice that we feel that movement all the way, change the direction up into the skull. So we're starting to marry up that communication from the brain down into the body and from, more importantly, from the body up to the brain, particularly if you've been very kind of brain focused today. Come to center, draw the knees in, spread the lower back, press it down into the mat. And then we'll drop the knees over to one side, doesn't matter which. And then slowly roll all the way up onto your hands and knees. This is where we meet, on our hands and knees. Good. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Crease of the wrists facing forward. So we can feel that core is not just doing lots of crunches, and we kind of know that from our practices together. So let's again feel the front of the ribs draw in. So we're lifting and filling the back ribs up. Try not to collapse the chest down. Nice and strong through the arms. So there's a real attentiveness and focus to how we're moving here. Keeping that stability as you inhale, reach the right arm forward and extend the left leg back. So again, now we're feeling that using the core muscles gives us an awareness of all the parts of the body, finding stabilization here. Good. Breathing in, 1. Exhale. Breathing in 2. Exhale. Inhaling 3, bring the right hand down, left knee down. Come back to center, draw the front ribs in. Try not to let the head drop down. And as you inhale, extend the left arm forward, right leg back. Good. Inhaling 1, smile. Exhale, that's it, June. Inhaling 2. Exhale. Inhaling 3. As you exhale, bring the left hand down, right knee comes down, and we'll just draw back for a moment into any variation of child's pose. Just feel that release and space around the pelvis and the lower back, dropping the head down. Try and soften the shoulders if you've got the arms extended forward, and really connect here to that consistent rhythm in our breath. We're going to get flowing in a moment and moving. I'm going to really kind of work with developing that caliber in our breath. So breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. And some of you know the Ujjayi breath. So you feel it's more dynamic as you exhale. The navel draws in and there's a slight constriction in the back of the throat. And you can hear yourself breathing. You're bringing your senses closer. Walk the hands a little further forward, spread the fingers wide, inhale, lift up into tabletop, tuck over your toes, and as you exhale, we'll lift up and back into down dog. And again, just like we were in child's pose a moment, it's a really nice way to kind of feel some space into the body, moving into space. So as you often do, just those little bit of movement, pressing one heel down and then the other. Try and let the head be heavy and the feet about hip distance apart. Good, good, Melissa. Little bit of movement feels good, and we're really going to use the movement in the physical practice of yoga, which is what we're doing. We're working in the postures so that we can develop that inner awareness of what it feels like, the sensations in the body. Good. Let's together inhale. Come up onto your toes for a moment. Really anchor through the hands. Draw your chest back towards your thighs. So you feel there's a slight dip through your front ribs. Now see if you can lift your back ribs up. And you feel that really switches on your core. Keep that and then bring weight down into your heels. So it's a very stable, strong position. At the same time, feeling elongation, feeling space in the body. Take one more full, deep Ujjayi breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. And then inhale, bend your knees, look past your hands and walk some of your hop, come to the front of the mat. Really nice and simple. Inhale, lift up, lengthen, flat back, gaze forward. And as you exhale, bend forward. Let's take that first forward bend. Just wrap your hands around onto the backs of your calves. So right down low. And you might hold on to your wrists, you might hold on to your forearms. And just try, knees are bent, try and bring your chest towards your thighs and really let, again, the head be heavy. Again, trying to take that weight off the neck and the shoulders. Maybe shake out the head a little bit. Feel space from the shoulders to the ears. Begin to press down through the feet. You actively lift up into the hips. So again, anchor to the sensations in the body. Breathing in 1. Exhale. Breathing in 2. Exhale. Breathing in 3. Good. Exhale. Inhale, soften the knees. Bring the arms out wide. And see if you can really draw the shoulder blades together. So you don't need to have the legs really straight here. You can keep the knees bent. So you're keeping that natural curvature in the lower back. But really draw the shoulder blades together. Feel the contraction through the back of the body and try and draw the shoulders away from the ears. So this is taking some work. Take a deep full breath in. Press through the feet. Turn your palms up. Start to lift your chest. Coming up to standing. Bring the arms all the way up. Press your palms together, look up to your thumbs. And then exhale, draw your hands down to the heart space. And then just soften the gaze. Again, drop the shoulders. Connect back to that rhythmic quality in your breath. Feel yourself standing in this moment on the earth. Connecting to your own inner rhythm. And maybe place your intention, your dedication for your practice here. Then feel more grounded, more present and aware. Let's release the arms down by the side. So the feet about, you can bring a little distance between the feet or big toe mounts to touch. So we're in Tadasana, front of the mat. Front ribs draw in, chest lifts, arms drop down by the side. Remembering vinyasa conscious placement. So as you take a breath in, we're going to circle the arms up. We're just going to work a little bit more in opening up the shoulders. Press the palms together. So you'll feel here naturally a lift, and we worked with this last week, lifted the shoulders up towards the ears, and that's quite natural. We've got to get that mobility in the shoulder joint. I'm going to bend the elbows and try not to let the fingers drop down between the shoulder blades. I actually want you to try and keep your elbow and your wrist in line. And then we're going to start to pulse just a little bit of the fingers back. And what you feel is a lot of anterior work here, a lot of work into the shoulders. Good. So again, really try and anchor to the body, to the breath, to sensation. Small movement. Good. Is that Stevie? Draw your elbows together. Yes, that's it. So there's no distance. I'll do it face on. I want you to really draw your elbows or your upper arms towards your ears. Let's take 3 more. Breathing in 1, exhale. Breathing in 2, exhale. Small movement. Breathe in 3, exhale. Inhale, reach your fingertips all the way up to 12 o'clock. Look up to your thumbs. And then exhale, bring your arms out wide and swan dive all the way forward. As you take an inhale, lift up, flat back, and really feel that energy around the shoulders. A little bit of warmth there from the movement. As you exhale, bend the knees, fall forward, chest to thighs. Press through the feet. Inhale, bring the arms out wide. Rise on the breath. Good. Let's get that caliber in our breath now. Exhale, burst the arms open. Swan dive all the way forward. Good rhythmic breathing. Inhale, halfway flat back, hands to shins or tent the fingers. Exhale, bow forward, chest to thighs, tucking the chin. Inhale, step back, right leg into high lunge. Good. A moment just to feel into that right hip. Up onto the fingertips, lift the chest. Full breath in. And as you exhale, plant the hands, step back into down dog. Good. Inhale, forward, plank pose. So establishing breath by breath, chest moves forward. Exhale, can drop the knees, bend the elbows. Slowly make your way all the way to the belly through chaturanga. Bring your forearms forward, prepare for Sphinx pose. So up on our forearms, elbows underneath the shoulders. And gently draw the chest forward, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Again, begin with the breath, inhaling and exhaling. This time as you inhale, I want you to tuck your chin, look at your chest, tuck your toes, and lift the hips up, lift the pelvis up. You might lift your knees up if you want to, if you got that little bit of more core energy in you today. Good. As you next exhale, drop the knees, bring the pelvis down, pull the chest through. So 2 more times. Inhale, tuck the chin, look at the belly button, lift the hips, maybe lift the knees. Good. Exhaling, dropping the knees, pelvis down, pull the chest through. 1 more time. Inhaling. So don't rush. Find that pause, contraction. And then exhale the release. Pelvis down, pull the chest forward, Sphinx pose. Bring your chest all the way down. Bring the hands midline of the chest. Upper arm bones draw in. And as you inhale, roll up into cobra, nice and long through the neck to the crown of the head. Full breath in. And exhale, press through the hands, tuck your toes, seat to heels, lift up and back into down dog. Inhaling 1, exhale. Good, inhaling 2, exhale. Let the head be heavy, inhaling 3, good Sanjay. Exhale. Inhaling, bring the right leg up behind you. Remember, do this transition on your hands and knees. Draw your right knee into your chest. Look forward and step the right foot forward between your hands, knee over ankle. Press into your back heel, and as you inhale, bring the arms forward. Good. So again, we're working from the center outwards. Strong core, lift the chest, reach the arms forward, press through the feet, and inhale, just for a breath, rise up, crescent lunge. Good. Full breath in, steady breath. Full breath out. Inhale, bring your hands forward, frame your front foot. Join together, exhale, step forward, front to the mat. Halfway, inhale, lift, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, knees bent, chest to thighs, fold forward. Inhale, step back, left leg, high lunge. Good. Exhale, press into the back heel. Inhaling, palms down. And as you exhale, we meet back into down dog. Inhale, forward, plank pose. Again, feeling a traveling forward, chest forward, gaze forward, bend the elbows. Exhale to the belly. Good, Crystal. Hover and release. Coming into Sphinx pose, forearms forward, chest lifts. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, gaze at the navel, lift the hips, maybe lift the knees. Exhale, release down back into Sphinx. 2 more times. Inhale. Again, really feel that lift at the back of the ribs. Front ribs knit together. Exhale, release. Inhale. Good. Stay with that good, steady rhythm of the breathing. Exhale and release. Inhale, chest comes all the way down. Exhale, hands back underneath the shoulders. And as you inhale, rise up through cobra. Exhale, lifting up and back, down dog. Inhaling 1, exhale. Inhaling 2, exhale. Inhaling 3, exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts. Draw the left knee into your chest. Look forward and meet together, front of the mat. Good. Press into your back heel, so we're in the low lunge. Lift your chest. Move out from the core. So as you inhale, extend the arms forward. Stay long and low through the torso. Press into your back heel. Good. Keep that steady rhythm with your breath. Take a full breath in and start to lift the chest up. Exhale. Inhale, reach to the fingertips. Exhale. Inhale, hands forward. Frame your front foot. And as you exhale, let's join together, front of the mat. Halfway, inhale, straight legs. Exhale, tuck the chin, knees bent, chest to thighs. Press through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms out wide. Coming all the way up. Reach up, maybe a little back bend as you lift the chest. Stack the shoulders over the hips, hands to heart. Exhale. Good. Release the arms down by the side. Keep going. Inhale, press down. Raise your arms all the way up. Look up to the thumbs. Exhaling, swan diving all the way forward. Halfway, inhale, straight spine, look forward. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, step back, right leg, high lunge. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into down dog. Inhale, forward, plank pose. So keep the breath in the movement. Exhale, chaturanga. Get that little bit of hover to the belly. Sphinx pose. Inhaling on your forearms, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. Inhale, tuck the chin, draw the hips up, look at the navel. Exhale and release down. 2 more breaths. Inhaling. Good. Really feel that contraction. Feel the back ribs lift up. Exhaling. Lengthen, stretch it out. Good. Inhaling, curling in. Might have done one extra here. Exhale and release all the way to the belly. Hands back, midline of the chest. Upper arm bones draw in. Inhaling cobra. Some of you might be ready for your up dog. Straighten the arms, gaze tip of the nose. Lift up through the thighs. We exhale up and back into down dog. Full breath in. Good. Full breath out. So really get that rhythm in your breathing. So we're using the structure of the breathing really to create these healthy habits, to stay present, to stay focused, no matter how challenging it gets. Let's take a breath in and bring the right leg up behind you. I'm going to open the right hip, bend the right knee. And if you prefer, you do this on your hands and knees. Again, just opening up that right front side of the body. Drawing now the right knee into your chest. Looking forward, right foot steps through, knee over ankle. We'll bring the back knee down here. Good. Reach the arms forward. Inhale. Come up into the anjali. So chest is lifted. Pelvis moving slightly forward first of all. So we'll just open up again. Really nice stretch up through the front of the body. Press your palms together. And again, I know that feels quite tight around the shoulders. So we need to almost feel that you're drawing the upper arm bones towards the ears, lifting the shoulders up. Now draw the pelvis slightly back. So we're not coming too far forward here, and you might feel it collapses into a little bit into the lower back. So think of finding space. And we're going to do the same as we did before. And to bend your elbows and reach your fingertips back. So try not to let the fingertips drop down. And again, that little lift of the chest. Keep drawing your elbows towards your ears. Upper arm bones hug in. Good. Really feel that opening up through the anterior front of the body. Take a full breath in. Maybe lift the gaze. Exhale. Now inhale, extend the arms up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, we're going to twist over towards the right. So hands might come to the heart, or you're going to hook your left forearm onto the right thigh. And if you're here, the pelvis is slightly come forward. Give yourself a little bit more space to start to revolve and twist. Regulate your breathing, inhaling 1. Exhale. Inhaling 2. Exhale. Inhaling 3. You've got that option to lift your back knee if you want to. Exhale. Good. Together, inhale, gaze forward, release your hands, frame your front foot, lift your back knee. And exhale, step forward, front of the mat. Good. Inhale, halfway, straighten the legs, lift the chest. Exhale, bow forward, chest to thighs. Step back, inhale, left leg, high lunge. Plant the hands, exhale into down dog. Don't miss a beat with the breath. Inhale forward, plank pose. Slow it down, chaturanga, so don't go too quick. Good. To the belly. Sphinx pose onto your forearms. Inhaling, tuck your chin. Lift the hips, maybe the knees. Exhaling, release. Good, guys. Lovely rhythm. Inhaling, tucking in. Lift the hips. Feel that contraction. And then exhale, release the pelvis, pull the chest forward. One more time. Inhale, curling in and up. Exhaling and releasing down. All the way, hands back, midline of the chest. Inhale, press through the hands, cobra. Again, you've got that option of up dog. Really strong arms in up dog. Pelvis lifts, knees lift. And then we meet back together. Down dog. Take a full deep breath in. Long breath out. Good. Keep that regulation in your breath. Inhaling 2. Exhale. Good, Melissa. Inhaling 3. Exhale. Inhaling, left leg lifts. Bend the left knee, open the left hip. So you're just exploring here. Space always feels good. And then inhale, left knee into the chest. Look forward and step the left foot forward between the hands. Back knee is down to begin. Reach the arms forward and rise up. Is that low lunge? So first of all, we just explore. Pelvis comes forward. Chest is lifted. Press the palms together and really feel that drawing up of the shoulders towards the ears, lifting of the shoulders. So we're looking here to work with mobility around the shoulders. And this is a different way, often quite a challenging way to move the shoulders, as you're probably feeling. Draw the pelvis slightly back. Keep hugging the upper arm bones in and bend the elbows. Not drop the fingers down, so it's not passive. I want you to reach the fingertips back. Lift the chest up and back. Good. And again, anchor to those pretty strong sensations that I'm feeling here. So stay with it. 2 more breaths. Inhaling 2. Lovely. Exhale. Crystal, elbows together. Inhaling 3. That's it. Good, guys. Exhale. Now inhale. Extend the arms up. Reach up. Twisting over to the left. Exhaling, hands to heart. Or using the forearm to the thigh. Lift the chest. Exhale and revolve. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. You can lift your back knee if you want to. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Inhale, gaze forward, hands down, meet in the low lunge and step your right foot forward to meet the left. Take a full breath in, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale and bow forward, chest to thighs. Reach the arms out wide, press through the feet, rise all the way up. Good, look up, reach up, use your drishti, your gaze point. And then draw that down, heart space. Release the arms. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, bow all the way forward, chest to thighs. So we're not rushing. Halfway, inhale, flat back, stay with the rhythm. Exhale and bow forward. Good, inhale, bend the knees, bring your hands flat, step right leg, then left leg back. We're in plank pose. So again in plank, really firm up through the core of the body. Lift your back ribs, look forward, take a breath in. Chaturanga with the option to bend the knees. Half or all the way down through our vinyasa. Inhale, cobra up dog. And exhale, we lift up and back. Again, just joining into down dog. And take a couple of deep, really steady breaths. And just take a couple of your exhales out the mouth. And what I find is that really helps to come back to that rhythmic regulation in your breath. Exhaling. And that lovely quality of letting go of the exhale. Bringing yourself back to center. Good. Bend the knees. Look past your hands. End of your breath. You're going to walk or step forward, hop forward, front of the mat. Take a breath in. Lift up halfway. Flat back. Exhale and bow forward, chest to thighs. Bend the knees. Reach your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers. And as you straighten the legs, bring the arms over the head into standing yoga mudra. So again, a different way here to feel that mobility into the shoulders. Let the head be heavy. Try and really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good, Michelle, that's it. There, good. Working, massaging and waking up the back of the body a little bit more. Bend the knees a little bit, Sanjay, in the forward bend. That's it. One more deep, full breath in. Long breath out. And then inhale, press through the feet. And slowly, you can keep the arms as they are. Come all the way up to stand. This is one of my favorite ways to really feel that lovely opening across the chest. You get so tight here. So try and lift the knuckles off the lower back. Draw the upper arm bones together. And again, feel into the body. And then slowly release. And just take that moment from the movement. Notice the quality in your breathing. Regulation of the breath. So we're using the movement to create that steadiness, that awareness. And bring the feet a little bit wider. So a little bit wider than your mat, let's say. So feet are off the mat. Toes are pointing forward, so they're not turned out. And I'm going to turn side on my mat so you can see. So this is bear pose. Done this quite a lot this month. We see it better here. I want you to sink your hips back, but not let your pelvis drop too low. And actually we want our head, our ribs, and our hips in one long line. And then today we're going to bring our forearms to the inside of your thighs. And you're going to press your forearms into your thighs. And you'll feel that stretching the inner thighs. Good. And try it here. We're not in goddess pose, so the chest is not lifted. We're sinking head, ribs, and hips in line. So I'll come back. Feet are wide, remember. And we're gently encouraging that stretch through the inner legs. Adduction. Good. Now let's get that steady, regulated breathing. 3 more breaths. Deep, full breath in. Long breath out. Use the exhale out the mouth if you need to. Inhaling for 2. Exhale. Good. Inhaling 3. Lovely, June. Exhale. Inhaling slowly. We're going to start to bring the chest and the head down towards the mat, releasing the hands and straightening the legs. So for most of us, the knees will be slightly bent here in our forward bend. Again, just shake out the head a moment. Bring the hands flat and breathe down into the body. Again, feeling those movements, how they ground us. Bring us into the body, into presence. Straighten the legs slightly as much as you can. And here, if you have a block, place your block underneath your face, or if you've got, Stevie said, your big block, a big book. Left hand directly underneath the face. Right hand on the right hip. And as you inhale, we're just going to twist and rotate to the right. And my toes here, if I didn't give that cue, just slightly turn your toes in so the heels are pointing out, so we're more pigeon-toed. And as you turn and open to the right, extend the right arm up towards the ceiling. And you feel your left hip is slightly tracked over towards the center. And that's okay when you feel more the openness and space across the chest. Take a big, wide, full breath in. Strong legs. Exhale. Inhale, gaze down. Bring your right hand down. If you're using your block, find your block or press it to the floor. Left hand to the left hip. Inhale, press through the feet. Start to turn open to the left, revolving the torso. And extend the left arm up. Good, big wide breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze down, bring the left hand down. And again, we'll just fold forward. And here, if you want to bring your hands behind the back of your legs, down the calves or to the ankles, elbows out wide, and bringing the crown of the head towards the mat. Try and draw the shoulders away from the ears. And you begin to really press actively through the feet to lift and straighten the legs, lift the hips. Breathing in 1. Exhale. Breathing in 2. Exhale. Good. Breathing in 3. That settling quality of the breath. Exhale. Inhale, bring the hands to your hips, bend the knees slightly, lifting up with a flat back. Press down and rise all the way up. Yeah, let's hop the feet together and step forward back into mountain pose, standing nice and tall, looking confidently out. Hands to heart, and to feel more centered and connected to ourselves. Begin with the breath in, raise your prayer up, look up, reach up. Exhale, burst the arms open, swan dive all the way forward, chest to thighs, tuck your chin. Halfway, inhale, straight legs, lift, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, knees bent, chest to thighs, fold forward. Stepping back with an inhale, right leg, right toes, top right corner. Right arm is going to lift us up and over into warrior two. So often in vinyasa, we kind of feel like we're gliding through and got this lovely kind of dance with the movement and the breath. But take a moment here to give this sometimes in the standing pose. It's really good to kind of feel that steadiness. So anchor down into the feet, press to your right heel, bend into your left knee. Make sure that left knee is not tracking inwards. So again, we're working into the inner thigh. And then just set your gaze out through the right middle finger. Left middle finger, and slow the breath. Good. Again, see if you can find that ujjayi breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Reach your arms forward to the side. I guess that is, if you need to just look at my poor cueing. We're going to cross the left elbow on top of the right. Bend your elbow, so this is eagle arms. Bring the backs of the hands or the palms together. Remember, we do the best we can. Bring your elbows forward. Lift your fingertips up. So you feel, again, the shoulders lift, that mobility in the shoulders. And then as you exhale, I want you to drop your elbows down, drop the shoulders, and bend back into your left knee. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Now we're going to bring our elbows slightly over towards the right. That's it. Now look over your left shoulder. So I'm looking forward. Breath smooth. Really feeling this twisting movement in the upper part of the spine, around the neck, part of the back and the shoulders. One more full breath in. Good. Keep that relaxed breath. Full breath out. Inhale, bring your arms back to center. Unwind that bind and extend them out. Feel the lightness through the arms. Full inhale. Lovely. Full exhale. Again, inhale, straighten the left leg. Heel toe the right foot in just slightly. So we've got a shorter distance between the legs. Left hand reaches forward. And as you exhale, bring the left hand down to shin or block and extend the right arm up into trikonasana. And here in trikonasana, we're going to take the variation with exploring, bringing the top arm over the head. And again, we're feeling all that movement and that healthy range of movement into the shoulder. So you might be able to bring the bicep right towards the ear and extend the arm over the head. Big lateral movement. Good. Do the best you can. If it feels a lot, you can bend that top elbow and support the head. Let's take one more full deep breath in. Try and keep lifting the chest, revolving the torso. And then on your next exhale, bend into your left knee. Bring your right hand down. Frame your left foot. Look forward. And we'll step forward front of the mat. Take a breath in. Lift halfway, flat back. Connect back to the rhythmic breathing. Exhale. Bow forward, chest to thighs. Inhale. Step left leg back, high lunge. Set up warrior two, so left toes, top left corner. Inhaling, left arm lifts you up and over. And exhale, settle. So just take a few breaths. Again, work with here, just taking your time to pause, to focus and feel into it. Keep the bend good into the front knee. See if you can soften the shoulders a little bit. Relax the gaze. Lovely, Sinead. Good. Breathing in. Watch that front knee, Nick. Press it out to little toe edge. That's it. Lovely, Anne. Breathing out. Inhale. And exhale. Settling. And then inhale. Again, we're going to bring the arms out in line with the shoulders forward. We're out to the side. I'm not quite sure the best way to cue that. Let's bring right over left. Bend the elbows. Palms together or backs of hands, best you can do. Bring the elbows forward, reach the fingertips up. And then as you exhale, feel that dropping of the shoulders, dropping the elbows down. Good. So we're really settling in. You might have straightened that leg and now bent it back in. Didn't give that cue. So if you're bending the knees, stay with it. Strong legs. And again, we're going to bring the elbows over towards the left foot. And turn your gaze out over the right shoulder. So you're facing towards the front right knee. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, Stevie. Breathing in. Lovely, Anne. Drop the shoulders. Breathing out. Breathing in 3. What's that knee, Nick? Breathing out. Inhale. Let's release the arms out wide. Feel that lightness and freedom now. Stay with it. Feel into it. Take one more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Step the left foot in just slightly. It's a shorter distance. Right hand comes forward and down, shin or block. Starting in trikonasana, left arm extends up. And then explore bringing the left arm over the head. Palm facing down. Revolving the torso, big opening across the chest. Lovely. So gaze can be down or gaze can look towards your top thumb depending on your neck. Is it good, Sharon? That's it. 2 more breaths. So in challenging places, can we now find the yoga? Breathe into it. Hold steady. Good, Rachel. 1 more deep, full breath in. Long, steady breath out. Inhale, gaze down, bend into your front knee, pinwheel your hands all the way forward, frame your front foot. And we'll meet back as you exhale into down dog. You might stay in down dog or come forward, inhale through your vinyasa, your choice. Exhaling half or all the way down. Inhaling cobra up dog. So you should feel a nice lot of mobility here. Drop the shoulders, Heather. Strong arms. Exhale, lift up and back into down dog. And from down dog, we're all going to come down onto our hands and knees. Walk the knees a little bit further back from the hips. Walk the hands a little bit further. So we're coming into a variation of puppy dog pose. We're going to bring the left hand on top of the right. And then draw your chest back towards your thighs. So you may or may not get your head all the way down, and don't worry too much about it. Hips are lifted. You're really feeling that length around the pelvis, the lower back. Good, lovely. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, that settling quality in the breath. Inhale, lift up slightly. Bring the left hand back, right hand on top of the left. And again, we draw back, taking it second side. Melting the back of the ribs down now. Let the belly be soft so you can really breathe down. So been working with a bit of strength in the shoulders and also that opening. And that's what we want it in our practice. We don't want to be overly flexible. We want to find a steadiness and a strength and those qualities. So a mobility. And inhale. Let's come all the way up. As you come up, come onto our hands and knees. And then we're just going to walk ourselves back into a kneeling position. We're not going to stay kneeling for too long. We're actually going to come into half virasana or half hero pose for a moment. So I would say block might be helpful. If you've got it, or a cushion, you're going to extend. Start with the left leg extended forward. So I can feel I've got equal weight here. So I extend my left leg and I've still kept the bend in the right knee. Now, for a lot of you, that bend in the right knee is not so accessible. So if you've got, you can either roll up your the front of your mat, or you can roll up your blanket, or you can place a block underneath that front knee just to lift it up a little bit to keep the knee and hip in line. It also helps the right foot. And you'll notice my right foot is not turned out to the side. Good. So once you've got the alignment in the posture, take a little time. Again, that settling quality. Nice long spine. And then we're going to walk the hands back. Now, some of you will want to come in the full virasana, which we're not going to do in the practice today. If that's available to you and you know that's a really nice one that you want to stay in for a little bit longer, then you bend both knees in. But we're going to work with half this evening together. So if you come down onto your forearms, might be quite just that place where it's just enough. It doesn't want to be so much that you're over tensing, rebounding. You've got to get enough sensation in the body to hold the mind steady. You might lie all the way down. If you do, try and draw your front ribs in. Let's take 2 more breaths. Breathing in. Good. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. On your next inhale, slowly walk back off your forearms if you're all the way down, and come up to sit. Come up to sit. Let's extend the right leg forward. Just shake the legs a little bit. And then we'll sweep the left leg back. Again, same alignment. Use your blocks. Take a little time to settle. Don't rush to get right back there. Much better to feel stable so you're not gripping. What we're looking for in our practice to develop these healthy habits. You know, where am I overworking one area? And where is one area a little bit lazy that needs that strengthening work? So let's come back onto our forearms. You know, this practice is always about getting to know ourselves better. So when you come back, are you pushing to the max? Are you kind of hanging back a little bit? So again, just to be aware what's showing up in this practice, because what shows up here is going to show up off our mats. The reaction is going to be the same. So let's work to develop those healthy habits. Take a deep full breath in as best we can. Long breath out. Inhale. And exhale. And again, nice and slowly, walk back onto your hands and press all the way up. Nice tall spine. We're going to go and come back into a kneeling position, and we're going to come into high kneel. So you don't need to be too long sitting onto the knees. So as you come into high kneel, if you want a little bit more padding, you fold up your mat. And we're going to work with a little bit of strengthening, and then we'll work into Uttanasana camel pose. A lot of lunges as well, and working your mobility. Nice way to support yourself here, as we did before with this core work, was to place the block between your thighs. So you feel the inner thighs working, and therefore the pelvic floor. Don't want to get too much of the glutes really tight, but that area does want to engage to support the back. We're actually going to start by extending the arms forward in line with the shoulders. So if this feels too much, bring your hands onto your hips. As you take a breath in, try and lengthen up to the crown of the head. And now as you exhale, you're just going to bring yourself back in one long plane. So the shoulder, the hip, and the knee in line. So try not to let the butt stick back. You're not going to go back very far before you start to feel that work. Good. Breathe into it. Really press down through your feet and your shins. Take a full breath in. And exhale, come back up. Should we see if we can do 4 more of those together? Deep breath in. You can also bring your hands behind your head. So another way to work a little bit stronger. Exhale and extend back. Good. Full breath in. Exhale. Squeeze that block if you're working with the block. Come back to center. Two more. Inhale fully. Exhale. Good. So go to that point again. Feel the strength. And then exhale, move back out. Last one, keep the shoulders soft. Inhale fully. Exhale and draw back. And let's see if we can just hold for a breath. Good. I know you're smiling, thinking, oh, I'm so glad I'm doing this now. Take a full breath in. Press through the feet and the shins. Full breath out. Good. Strong and steady. Full inhale. And then exhale, come all the way up. And you're going to remember me tomorrow morning. Bring your hands now back onto your lower back. Fingertips facing down, upper arm bones drawing in, shoulders away from the ears, preparing for Ustrasana. Now we're going to really put all that components together. Take a deep breath in and begin to lift the chest up and back. And this should actually feel pretty good. And if you've got that block here, still work with the block because it's going to give you a lot of stability to then work into that opening up. So you might tuck over your toes. Some of you are going to bring your hands back to your heels or feet are flat. I want you just to explore for about 5 breaths. Good. Stay with it. That's it. Let the pelvis come slightly forward, some of you. Let it drop back. Lovely, Sanjay. Good. 2 more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Got your hand off the back, bring them onto the lower back, navel to spine, slowly come up. Take that moment. And then we'll just sit back for a moment. So if you're sitting back into kneeling, you can find your block. And then just come down and sit for a moment. And as you sit for a moment, just close your eyes and soften your shoulders. Bring your breath down into the body, inhaling down into the pelvis. Bring that length up to the crown of the head, exhaling. So we're using the movements, we're using the postures to really stimulate sensation. So as we sit here for a few moments, becoming a little stiller, feel into those sensations, those feelings that have risen. You can slow and regulate your breath. Try and relax the face. Again, you might exhale just a couple of breaths out your mouth. We're working in this way of a really steady focus, balance. Feeling those inner sensations of your heartbeat. Maybe your blood pumping, circulation, aliveness in the body. Really taking that moment to feel the aftertone. Let's take a deep full breath in together. Breathe down into the pelvis. Keep sipping the breath and feel the breath draw up into the chest. Now tuck your chin. We're going to hold at the top of the breath. See if you can draw up through your pelvic floor and just take a moment to hold the breath in. Hold. Try and relax into the hold. And then lift the chin, release the belly, release the pelvic floor, release the breath. Emptying out quality. Slowing the breath. Sit for one more moment. And just savor that after effects. And it's the residue of the breath work and the posture that it leaves in the systems, in the nervous system, quality in the mind. So just savor that for a moment. And tuck your chin down towards your chest. Walk your hands forward and come back on to your hands and knees. Move your block out the way. Tuck your toes and we'll lift up and back and stretch it out into down dog. Good. Drop the head, gaze at the navel, spread the fingers wide, and just notice from that first down dog to where you are now. Maybe there's less of the need of the movement now because we're feeling more settled, more grounded. Good. Take a full breath in. A lovely long, steady breath out. Coming back down onto our hands and knees. We'll just step the right foot forward, and it's come to the outside of the right hand. Just a little bit of work of opening into the hips. And stay up onto your hands, chest moving forward. Just a couple of breaths. Again, breathing down into the body. Often an area where we store quite a lot of tension, a lot of sensation here. Notice how our ability to hold steady, to anchor, has increased. And then we'll start to straighten the right leg. Heel toe your right foot back to center, right hand to the outside of the right leg. And as you draw your right leg back, drawing your right hip in and back, just soften and fold forward over the right thigh. Head drops down, breath smooth. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale, bend back through into your right knee. Lift your chest, look forward. We'll step the right leg back to meet the left. Good. Inhaling, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. So it's just slightly turning towards the top left corner. Again, pelvis comes forward. Chest is lifted. I know some of you will be down on your forearms, but try and think of the spine as that extension out the pelvis, so we're not lifting the hips up and back. A couple of nice, deep, strong, steady breaths now. Good. That's it. Breathing in and breathing out. So our practice has this really lovely, all-rounded quality. And then inhale, let's begin to straighten your left leg. Frame your left foot. So left foot comes back more center of the mat. And drawing your chest towards your thighs, just softening and folding forward. So notice there's less of the hurry, less of the push here, less of the force. Kind of let go of that a little bit, emptied it out. Less of the need of kind of to go into ego, that separation of ourselves. I need to do more. There's nothing to prove. Inhale, bend into your left knee. And then we step again, left foot back to meet the right. Bring the feet to one side. Bring yourself over and down. Legs come forward. And we're going to roll onto our backs in a moment. So hands underneath the thighs, chest is lifted. Get a nice taut long spine. And slowly bring the spine down. As you bring the spine down, feeling again that quality of being held. Back of the head drops down, weight, back of the skull, shoulders soft. Breath nice and deep and steady. Walk the feet a little bit closer. I'm going to bend the right knee. I'm going to work more now into the outer hip. Bend the right knee into the chest. So I've still got my left knee bent. I'm just bending my right knee into the chest first of all. You can feel the lower back pressing down. Just, again, apanasana, this is called. Downward panic, downward pull of energy. And then we're going to cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. So figure of four. Encourage the right knee to move away from the chest. You might pick the left foot up, interlace your hand behind the left thigh. Keep working though to bring the right knee away from the torso as you draw the left knee in. Because you feel it again into the outer right hip now. So we're working into all components of the body, all areas. Nice, deep, smooth, steady breaths. And you'll find, just as I do, certain areas are much more open and easier. And certain have a kind of limited range. And some of that will just be your physical makeup, and some of it will be habits and patterns and how we move in the body, how we hold and overwork and underwork. Good. From here, slowly bring the left foot down. Draw the right knee back into the chest. So we've got the Uttanasana knee drawing in. We're going to extend the left leg down so you get a little bit more of that work into the left hip. Bring the hands behind the right thigh and extend the right leg all the way up. Just point for a moment, the right foot, feel that through the front of the right shin. And then when we exhaling, press the right heel up. Take a full breath in. You might walk the hands a little further up the leg, but without causing tension through the shoulders and the neck. Elbows are going to come out to the side. And as you press the lower back down, see if you can lift the chest up again. Good. So you're going to place the hands where it feels best for you without causing excess tension. And you might lift the left leg up. Actively press through the right heel. Notice the quality in the breath. Keep that rhythmic breathing. We've really built that up. Focus to it, this practice. And a full deep breath in, chest to thighs. Bring your forehead towards your shin. And then exhale, press the left leg down. Bend the right knee. Release the spine. Back of the skull drops down. Draw the knee down towards the chest. And then release the right leg all the way down. In that moment to really savor that quality of settling, centering. And then inhale, draw the left knee into the chest. We'll bend the right knee. So we're going to start with the outer left hip here. But just first of all, draw the left knee in. So pressing the lower back down. And then left ankle places on top of the right thigh. Encourage the left knee to move away from the body. I'm using my hands a little bit here just to give a bit of feedback. The tendency is for that knee to want to rebound back. You've got those options to pick the right foot up as you want to. And again, you might observe here, one side of the body is different to the other. Not a judgment, but it's an observation. Nice steady breath in and steady breath out. Again, place the right foot down, left knee and back into the chest, and extend now the right leg all the way down. Interlace the hands behind the back of the left thigh as you extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. One breath, inhale, point the left foot. Exhale and flex. You might walk the hands a little bit further up, elbows out to the side. Keep the legs active. Exhale, navel to spine, and pick the chest up. Good. You might pick again the right leg up. Quality in the breath. Inhale. Good job. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Release the right leg. Bend the left knee. Come back. Knee to chest. And again, extend both legs. And settle. Emptying it out. Bend the knees again. Feet flat, fairly close to body. We're going to finish with a nice nourishing twist. A feeling of wringing it out. So I'm going to lead with placing the left knee on top of the right. If you know, twists tend to not feel so comfortable for the lower back. Again, block between the thighs can be really helpful to stabilize the pelvis, the SI joint. You have that as an option. So you don't need to cross the left knee on top of the right. If you do though, try and really squeeze the inner thighs together. And then bring the arms out wide. Take a deep breath in, draw the knees into your chest. And as you exhale, let the knees drop over towards your right hand. So if you can't get your foot or feet all the way down, your knees all the way down, if you're kind of holding here, I'd unbind a little bit and maybe work with the knees together. So you're not kind of gripping and holding at this point in your practice. You're really softening and releasing. Good. You might turn your head away from your knees and feel that spiraling all the way up the spine. On your next exhale, bring yourself back to center. Unwind your bind, bring your knees into your chest, and then bring the feet flat. So if you took the option to bring the knee over, right knee on top, or stay with your block, full breath in, exhale, navel to spine, pick the knees up into the chest, and then drop the knees over to the left. Again, you might feel that movement all the way up the spine, so naturally your head turns away from your knees. And encouraging your right shoulder to soften, to let go. To let go a little bit of the grip. Breathing in and breathing out. On your next exhale, again, draw the knees back into the chest. Just hold for a moment with the knees into the chest. Bring your arms up and wrap your arms around your knees. Press a little bit of weight of the hands onto the shins and therefore the thighs to the belly. You might lift up and curl into a little ball. Giving yourself that hug, for many of us who are not getting so many hugs, and I'm missing them, guys. I'm sending you virtual ones now. But when we hug ourselves, it actually releases the same hormone, that oxytocin, hormone of love, of kindness, compassion. So give that a moment to yourself. A moment of well done for showing up, for staying on the path. And then slowly release the spine back down. Again, feel the weight to the back of the skull, the shoulders soften. And we'll just take a few breaths here. You might have already closed your eyes, so you're much more in that inner space. Feeling very safe in the body to now just listen intuitively to what would feel just right for you. So it might not be kind of a yoga pose, but to just take about a minute, not even that, just 5 or 6 breaths, just to move intuitively. It might be an inversion, it might be shavasana a little bit earlier, whatever feels good for you. There's not a right or a wrong here. And then we'll begin to slowly make our way down onto our backs to close the movement. So support as we do with blocks or blankets underneath your knees, eye pillows. Feeling the support, feeling settled. So yoga is concerned with opening ourselves up in ways of how we're acting in the world. Begins in the body. Yoga teaches us to discover ourselves, that inherent unity of life. So as you just scan down, feel as you take a breath in, the breath moving through the whole body. Nothing is disconnected. One thing doesn't move against another. We move in union. Feel yourself, the mind, the body, and the heart in union. As you just let yourself for a few moments settle. Let go a little of the grip. Relax your face. Relax the jaw. Eyes are soft. Relax your belly. And then as you let the body relax, can you relax also your response to whatever the content is in your mind? Just as if you're kind of watching a movie, or just watching those thoughts go by. Not needing to respond. Just redirecting your attention back to your breath. Back to the body. Just watching the thoughts, the body deeply relaxing. Smooth quality with your breath. Keep coming back to your breath. Redirecting your attention. Letting go of the grip. Letting go of the separation. As you connect back to your breath. It's as if, and just watching the thoughts pass by, feeling the whole body breathe. This practice is about waking up to the present nature in this ever-changing world, without clinging to the I, me, or the mine. Now, this is the very heart of the practice. This is what we practice. So we can be more responsive in our lives. So as you begin now to slowly bring the movement, to take a nice big inhale, feel the body, we feel every cell with breath. Long exhale out. Movement to your fingers and your toes. Turn the head a little bit side to side. And let that movement be intuitive or organic as you draw the knees in or roll over to one side. And then we make that transition back up to seated. And as you come up to sit, feel now the kind of sense of being more upright in the body, but again, not the need to hold so much. Gaze is soft. Again, let the weight drop down into your pelvis. You're in just a comfortable seated position. And we're going to work here just these last few breaths. Bring your hands into what's called a lotus mudra. So you're going to bring your hands up to your heart, fan the hands out wide, and just bring the heel of the hands, the tips of the little finger and the thumb to touch. And then just place that lotus, which is the symbol of Anahata, the heart chakra, just symbolizing that in front of the heart and symbolizing it like a cup. And we talked in the beginning of our practice of, this practice has emptied us out. We can't fill from a full cup. But now the cup is empty. So as you look down into this cup, centered in your heart space, take a moment to think of those qualities, those energies that you want to fill up with. Maybe it's the energy of gratitude. We feel gratitude first, for ourselves, for showing up, for all the things that our wonderful body does for us. All the ways that we're adapting in this new way. But also when we are from this place of being very settled and centered in ourselves, we can also extend and be in service to others. We're not so full. So maybe think of those people who support you. You are really grateful for that they are in your life. And just place that into your cup. Any other qualities here that you want to fill yourself up and nourish with? Take a few deep breaths. Notice how that feels. Filled up with those wonderful qualities of the heart. So when we step into life and step into yoga off the practice, see if you can take those qualities with you. So let's now bring the hands together, pressing the palms together to Anjali mudra. Lifting your heart to meet your thumbs, bow your head down into your heart space. Let's close our practice as we always do with those powerful words. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May all beings on earth know peace. I hope you join with me in those powerful words, because it's powerful to say the words, not just hear me say them or think them, but actually say them out loud, feel them, feel that vibration of them. So let us close with a single sound of Om. Take a deep full breath in, inhaling. And as you bow forward, giving thanks to your body, thanks for this practice, and thank you for showing up, staying on the path. Namaste, yogis.